G'day, my name's Ewan from ROI, and this week on Google Trends, we're going to talk about what's happening in Melbourne right now, but we're also going to have a look at just a bigger picture view of what's the bigger trends that have been happening over the last 6 months and what it may mean for you and your business going forward. The big question on every Victorian at the moment is which businesses will close. You look at the trend line here, a massive search in terms of people trying to understand how their lives or businesses will be impacted in Victoria right now. And what that means for you is that even though you may be really clear about what your business is doing in terms of how you're going to be servicing clients, it's equally important that you put yourself in the customer's shoes and think about how their service experience will be impacted by this particular change. And the more you do that, the better chances you are winning those customers. So let's now go all the way back to say 3 or 4 months ago. That does seem an eternity. And the trend certainly has been safety first. Safety first in terms of trends. So let's explore this. At the start of this pandemic, we had hand sanitizer, a massive search trend towards that. Yes, it became very popular, but has fallen away in terms of an oversupply because it's just become a default part of what we do. Social distancing is a term that we've been using now, again, pretty much just the way we go about things. There was a big spike in traffic as well. The same with face masks. Again, very big surge again, but then it comes back down to normal levels. And we also look at contactless as a concept. Very strong demand. So what it says is, yes, safety is important, but that's pretty much become the default, right? In terms of people's expectations as consumers, not really a competitive advantage, just an expectation that, of course, if you are going to do business, you are going to make sure that your customers are safe and do feel safe. So certainly one of the huge trends the last 6 months, because we haven't been able to go outside as much as we would have liked, is the trend in terms of what we can get home delivered. Who would have thought KFC home delivery, Chemist Warehouse home delivery, all these things can be delivered very quickly to our home without us leaving the front door. So this whole idea of convenience and the option that I can get all these new things delivered to me without having to leave the door is a massive change in terms of how we think and how we do business. The other area, of course, is virtual world. So we talk about how we interact. We've obviously seen the massive growth in terms of Zoom meetings and how we collaborate online. That's being translated to new trends like virtual hugs, virtual baby showers, virtual wine tasting, all of these things that we would normally love to do in the real world that we're now doing virtually. And yes, of course, probably most of those won't stay around. They'll come back to normal. But I think we've got two things going on. We've got a real drive towards automation and speed and convenience. And then we've got the other tier, which is a real yearning for personalization and quality experiences once we come out of those. So what is encouraging, despite some of the challenges in Victoria, the growth in Australians looking for Australian-made products continues to grow and has been growing for the last 6 months. And that's extending across all sorts of different industries. Australian-made lounges, Australian-made socks, Australian-made clothing, Australian-made Ugg boots. It's great to see that Australians are looking to support other Australians, and that's going to be a great way for all businesses to thrive the other side of COVID. Thanks for listening.